Well, welcome to this week's Mustad Live. What we're going to do is reshoe a horse that has significant asymmetry of his front limbs. Okay, so it's significant. Bobby was a horse that came into my business. He was directionally challenged. We were looking at asymmetrical shoulders. So the shoulders are the problem. That's what the rider sits on. And so we needed to try and improve his stance. Okay, we can't change his conformation, but we can improve their posture. So if we looked at Bobby last time, the upright foot is always stood behind the lower angled foot. Okay, so what ends up happening, the center of gravity is in between them. So the upright foot bears weight on the toe and the heels grow free. The low angled foot bears weight on the heels and the toe flares out. If we took x-rays, the width of the coffin bone on the upright foot will be narrower and taller, and the coffin bone on the flat foot will be wider and shorter. So that helps us decide that it is asymmetry, is having asymmetrical coffin bones as well. If we have symmetrical coffin bones, then we'd be looking at more of foot atrophy, and then we'd need to be looking into that. So what I did last time, we stood Bobby on a pad on his upright foot, and he changed his posture. He was able to stand square. So what we're looking at is the collapsed foot. We're putting on a heart bar with heel support. With the high angled foot, we're using a lifter pad, so a rim pad. And so that's achieving what we want. It's not a wedge pad, but it's a lifting pad. So we're trying to lift the shoulders to be symmetrical. So let's get going. So we've got the foot, we've got a heart bar on it because I want the same ground reaction force as the flat foot, but it doesn't have frog pressure. And I've got a rim pad all the way around. Remove the shoe. Don't have any help today, so that's not so good. If anybody you'd like to pop round for the clinching stage, it'd be really nice. And we got a little bit of foot on him. We'll remove the loose sole. He's pretty dry right now, but that's okay. That's nice. What I'm noticing is we don't seem to have as much heel growth this time, because he's been bearing more weight on his heels. Thinking about the cup of the foot, and we can see that we've got an upright foot. It's slightly deeper, and medial lateral balance. Inside heel still up a little bit. Feet have got really hard here in the UK there last week. The better we cut with our nippers, the less rasping we're going to have, and that saves us a lot of work. So I take my time with my nippers, I'm not in a rush. Oh, wrong rasp. Now, going around, I don't push too hard with my rasp. Got a really nice flat surface coming. These high-lows are always difficult. It's not a case of trying to wedge the flat foot up. It's been overloading. Wedging it's only going to stress the heels more. And it's like with this one, we want the foot to relax, not just to cut too much off the heels. So again, I'm using my normal guideline. Heels are somewhere around the widest and highest point of the frog. Clean out the edge of my sole. Getting out my seed of corn. Check my balance, that's always important. Okay, fella. Okay, so I got my trim done. I'm going to give it a little polish forward. We're going to see if we can get him off the step. I always dress them forward a little bit. It makes me happy. Just clean it up. It doesn't need a lot of dressing right now, so I'll go straight to my polishing. Now there's a tiny bit of a flare I want to just deal with there on the outside. Not much, just right at the bottom edge. Okay, let's give it that little bit of a cleanup. Okay, next thing's get the shoe in the fire. I'll take the nails out, take away the rim pad. I'll reuse this rim pad. It was extra thick leather because I wanted to raise it about 8 or 9 millimeters last time. I was talking to the owner a few minutes ago. We're talking, as he develops with muscle, we may not need to use the riser pad forever. So if everything evens up above muscle-wise, then we'll be able to stop using the riser pad or the rim pad. But I'll keep the rim pad. There you are. We can use that one again. It's all cut out to shape, so I may as well use it. It's in good condition. Let's get the fire going. Okay, sorry, I broke the cable on my forge. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just clean off my pad. If there's any unevenness to the pad, we can give it a little bit of just a flatten. Now we can get a reset. If we use really good leather, we can get a reset out of them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on to the flat foot. I'm going to take that shoe off and get that foot ready. I'm sure we can see a significant difference in the shape of the feet. And I put a dental impression material in this one last time with a mesh to give more support. And we can see we've got a significant heel growth, which he didn't have. So what we've done by sharing the weight is we've altered the growth of the hoof. So that's always good that we can do that. Let's clean up the frog. What's really nice is the positive heel growth. Okay, be a nice even trim on that one. I'm not going to take too much, so I'm going to just use my rasp. A good rasp, and we can just do what we want. We've all got some of these horses in our business, asymmetrical feet. They're just like people. We're not all perfect like me. So sometimes we all need a little bit of help. A little bit more. But we've got nice solid heels now. Got a nice ring of foot coming round. which is really nice. Getting everything nice and clean, because I'm going to put a dental impression in that. Just going to give him a little bit of a hoof dress, not too much. Don't want to overdress the hoof walls. Give it a clean. Other side. We're looking for horses to have a better posture, so they're weight bearing, so the center of gravity is opposite between the two legs, and we want them to be more comfortable, more productive horses. So here we've got two very asymmetrical feet, but they're coming around after one shoeing. I'll find my nail cutters. What I can see now is, last time I put the shoe on, I set the frog plate to the bottom of the shoe and have a recess because I had a frog that was sticking outside the foot. This time I'm going to be able to give it a little bit more frog pressure. So we've moved the foot back inside. We've moved the contents back inside the foot so I can adjust that. What I used was a Libero concave shoe with a heart bar insert. I omnidirectional the toe and chamfered off the outside edge. Give the wire brush. Now this one wants to have no frog pressure, okay? The heart bar's just there to keep the ground reaction forces the same. But we did the same thing, omnidirectional toe with a Libero shoe. Nothing wrong with resetting, guys. I'm resetting today. You'll get new ones next time. Check its level. Okay. And we can see the horse already, without his lift on, he's changed his posture. If you come to the side, we can see that he's all adapted his posture already and gone back without the lifter pad. So that's what we're trying to change and create muscle memory. So up you come, mate. Without frog pressure, I just need to set my clips a little bit more, stay there. I drew my clips up a little bit bigger last time because of the pads. So I did adapt the clips and make them a bit taller. We'll go one more time. Bit of gravel on the floor, so I'll be a bit careful. Okay, other one now. I'm just going to go find some water. Is some in there? No? Yeah. If I'd have showed up on time, I'd have been all ready. But you're going to get to see all the warts and all. A little bit hotter. And because I don't have a lot of space in my truck, what I use for a welding station, just I slide my drawer open and it's got a tray on it. I can plug my welder onto it, and that's my welding station. So it's pretty compact. I'll give it a little bit of a wire brush. Probably should have made new ones for the video, but it's fine just like this. Put a bit more frog pressure on this time, now the heels have settled, or the frog's settled back into the foot. You stole my pritchel. Come on, Bob. And we can see we've got a little bit of frog pressure. We know we have, because we're getting a burn on the frog around the toe, but not on the heels. The gap of about 3 mil on the heels. I can't show you that, but it's there. And we can see we've got a burn and a burn. We let the shoot. What's nice is I'm resetting the pad this time, so I've got nail holes in it. If it was a new pad, I'd just take a 1/16 of an inch drill bit and just drill the holes to make it easier to nail through. So yeah, we'll just clean off the edges. Hopefully we got power. Okay, no we don't. Oh, that'll help. I'm just gonna clean up the omnidirectional toe. That's to highlight it, and chamfering the outside branch. Just gonna chamfer it a little bit more this time. When I watched him walk up, he was just catching his outside heel. So I've just taken away the outside edge, or clean up the heels. Okay, we got our pad. Okay, all fits back together. Ooh, that's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, so I'm going to use some ESL 4s with the pitch. So that's going to be my choice of nail for this guy. And so now we're going to just go nail this one on. Let's, yeah, leave him there. That's cool. Tap the shoe back into place. Okay, I don't have any frog pressure, but that's what I want. Got a little bit of width on the inside, not much on the outside, because he always grows back towards the inside, so. Yeah. Okay, come on. Good. Okay. Sometimes the heel nails on these are a little bit hard to drive because the foot's so upright back in that area. Just be careful. I might only put 5 nails in it. Keep life easy for me.
less to clinch. No, not quite going there. Not the nicest wall angle. Yep, nice. See if I can get one on the inside. I think it's going to be a bit dodgy, but no. Sorry. Total miss. Okay, let's just touch the point, because that's a difficult one. Don't like driving it back here. Did want to get that heel down, so not as high as I'd like, but these upright feet take a couple of shoe-ins to get stronger. A lot of time they're broken, shattered. So it's like, gotta be happy making progress. Okay, we'll clinch that one while we're at it. Who stole my stand? Around the front, guys. So I've got the, who stole my nail cutters? There they are. That's why we all need a couple of apprentices. Not the easiest foot to shoe, but over a few shoe-ins they do improve. I just box off the pads while I'm at it. The beauty about leather, you can skip boxing the shoe, but you can really box up the pad nicely so it's not catchy. I like them higher, but I got to be realistic. And the other side. Oops, lost my okay, got that back together. Hopefully it's working for you guys, otherwise it'll all be by lip reading. Probably I'm being really careful with the nailing on this guy this time. Last time I shot him, I got one a bit tight and had to fix it. So we got that foot done. What I should do now is just rasp off the heads of the nails so I don't forget on the chamfered side, so on the outside, so there's nothing catchy. Just taking the heads of the nails off, making sure there's nothing catchy on. Yep. So what you can see on the bottom there, let's go. We've got the frog, little gap underneath it, and we've got the shoe fitted to give a big foundation. It's a bit wider than the foot, but the pad lets us do that. Let's look at the other one. cut some mesh. Hate the last little bit when it rolls up on you. Then I'll just let the clips in a little bit. Okay, got that one. Okay, we got that. I like to glue the shoe and then put the mesh on. I'll leave that stick for a minute, put it on the anvil. I'll go get the dental impression material ready. Okay. Right, an equal mixture of each. I want to get a lot back in the heels and just a bit through the toe. Let's have a little bit more. Okay, that's almost ready for mixing now. Just put that there. This is stuck, so what I'll do now is I'll grind off the excess. It looks better. Doesn't leave any frilly edges when you're finished. There you are, we got no frilly edges on it. So that'll finish up neatly. We'll mix up our dental impression material. This one's very oily today, but okay. We got plenty of time, it's not too hot today, so. And so we're not trying to pair up the feet. A lot of time when people are asymmetrical feet, they're more worried about pairing up the feet and making the feet look the same. For me, what I'm interested in is trying to get them to function the same, and that's to get the posture standing square, get the shoulders more even. For me, that's more important. Having horny boxes that look identical is a cosmetic, and we'll never do it anyway. So we may as well try and go for an improved stance, an improved posture. Okay, got that mixed nicely. Back over there. Yes. Oops. Again, same nails, ESL4 pitch. So I won't use all my dental impression material to start. I'll put some of it in. Then I'll keep a little bit to put in from above. Okay, so I got it there. Put that here. Well, easier foot to shoe. And I'll push my dental impression material through the mesh, and then I'll put a bit more dental impression material in, especially at the heels. A little bit of a spread around the toe just to protect the material, but I don't fill it full. I want the foot to be still cupped in shape. So we'll have a bit thicker layer in the heels and nicely cupped in the toe. It's nice for you guys out there to see that we're We have to deal with some not ideal feet in real life. You know, they're not always the best to nail, the easiest to nail. We can recommend things like food supplements to improve them, improve the growth, improve the quality. I don't look for a fresh nail hole every time that they go up. As long as they're solid, I'm happy. I'm going to have to change that heel nail. It's not quite strong enough. Got my nail pullers. Mustad nail pullers, premium ones, pull the nails really, really well. Okay. So, it's thinking about the whole horse when we're shoeing horses. We're not shoeing feet. We're not shoeing just an x-ray. We're shoeing posture. We're shoeing muscles. We're shoeing for the rider's benefit. Okay, it is really important that the horses aren't directionally challenged. And you find that a lot of these high-low horses or asymmetrical feet horses go in one direction better than the other. And if we lift them up, improve their posture, saddles stop slipping, riders don't ride crookedly, and we can really make a big difference. So let's clinch the last one up. I've used a few old nail holes, it's okay. Ah, who stole my other rasp? Okay, what did I do with it? Probably left it over here. Can't take me everywhere. Okay. I like to use a nylon hammer when I'm using clinch cutters or gouges. Less shock and less chances of the tools chipping. Okay. I just round the toe up. I'm not going to dress it back. And the reason I set the toe back, because the distance from the cannon bone to the front of the toe is longer on this foot. So I've set the toe back to try and equal the breakover distances. You say, I'm not trying to just create a pair of feet. Oh, a bit of a... Clean that up. There they are. I don't over nail these horses. They got not the strongest of feet, so I'm sensible. I'll save a bit of foot for next time. You know, it's not a competition where we're trying to win prizes. We're trying to make horses go better. A little clip tap in again. Nylon hammer doesn't put as much shock into the foot. Okay, where's my And in black. Just put a bit of oil on it. Okay. So, well, there we go. We've done a horse with asymmetrical feet. It's one approach. We all have an opinion. I was lucky enough to have x-rays the last time, so I had a good foundation of a starting point. I'd had a horse that had been showing concern about not going square for a period of time, and we're looking at creating comfort for the horse to make it perform for as long as possible. So hope you get a couple of tips from tonight's Mustad Live, and I'll see you again in a few weeks.